Well, from the day we're born, what we eat is vital to keeping our minds and bodies moving, but our nutrition needs are very different at each stage of life.
Yep, so to help us stay healthy for longer, we're joined by Sunrise nutritionist Sarah Lorenzo. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
So let's start with kids. What's something parents might overlook with kids?
I would definitely say, and when I'm talking about kids, I mean from the ages of about 3 to 13, but I would definitely say protein is overlooked, and it's really important for growth and development. Children love carbohydrates. I would be very hard-pressed to find a child that would say no to a bowl of crackers or a bowl of pasta. And so obvious protein sources are things like meat that we know, but other things we can get kids to enjoy are nuts and seeds if they can tolerate them. Hummus, so beans are excellent source, but also tuna. But not forgetting dairy, which also, like cheese, yogurt and milk, which also doubles up as calcium, excellent for bone health for growing kids. And I've done a breakfast here, which surprisingly is full of protein, but is homemade baked beans. And beans are that excellent source of protein. So easy to do with a bit of passata, a bit of onion powder, some garlic, some maple syrup to sweeten, and eggs, of course, with the egg white. Excellent source of protein too. So my little tip with feeding kids and making sure they're getting more protein is to give them what you want first on the plate. I did it with my daughters, and then give them the carb at the end, because kids will always eat carbs.
Yeah, so fill them up first and they won't eat as much either.
Yeah, because they'll always go for carbs first.
Love that tip with the maple syrup, because passata can be very bitter,
Correct.
can't it?
Yes,
yeah, love that. Good one.
Yep.
What about teens?
Well, teen boys,
Yes.
the biggest challenge parents have is keeping them full. My tip for teen boys definitely is making sure they've got enough protein. You can actually add protein powders to things like smoothies and yogurts and even ice cream, lots of carbohydrates. I think with teen boys, it's just keeping it healthy and balanced. With girls, though, teenage girls, often it's iron deficiency, and because they're menstruating, I see a lot more iron deficiency clinically than I think that are in the statistics. And iron is so important. And with signs and symptoms are things like chewing ice, hair falling out, tired all the time. And so for teenage girls, definitely meat to be included. That's a great source of iron. Tofu, the leafy greens, nuts and seeds, a dried fruit. But for absorption of iron, vitamin C, really important. So things like strawberries, kiwi fruits, capsicums are great too. So they're my tips that's my general tip for teenagers.
Okay, what about busy adults? How do they look after themselves?
Okay, so I'm just going to generalise with adults, and I think it comes down to gut health, because it's exactly that what you said. Adults are busy, they have a higher alcohol consumption, stress, fatigue, lack of sleep, all impacts gut. So taking care of gut would be just a great idea. So obviously gut health loves diversity, lots of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, but putting that probiotic into the gut, so just things like yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, tempeh, tofu, that's all the good bacteria. But to put them in there, we want to feed that with the prebiotics. So it's things like asparagus, sourdough, apples, bananas are great pre's.
What are the benefits of good gut health?
Everything. So basically, if your gut health's great, it impacts like every part of every element. So it's your mood, it's how your skin is. Like you can pick up bad gut health in skin. Just general health, immunity is really important too. So lots for
it's good to know.
For gut. Yeah.
Finally, older Australians, what do they need to eat?
So with older Australians, first and foremost, I always say take care of your bone health. That's really important. So calcium intake. So calcium, obviously, we know in things like dairy, the cheese, like milk and yogurt, but other things is just people forget. It's like the salmon with the little bones, dried fruit, chia seeds, leafy greens, nuts and seeds, all excellent sources of calcium, and fibre. Older people don't get enough fibre. Fibre, obviously, in things like grains, but fibre is also excellent in things like avocado, easily to enjoy, as well as broccoli, and the berries are all excellent sources of fibre. So as you can see, you know, we have something that's a general... As we age, we need to address our nutritional needs.
The sad thing is, I think I prefer the older one. That's my pick. That's my pick.
Oh, really?
How was your holiday, quickly?
Amazing. Travelled through Europe with my girls. Highlight was actually just really enjoying my children. I think outside of the perfunctory, you know...
Thank you for getting a spray tan too, coming in.
Exactly.
Appreciate it.
And we're getting FOMO. You're one of our stories. We're all having FOMO over your European holiday. And you can find the full recipe over on our website.